Hey everyone, welcome to SFDC Stop, and in this video we are going to talk about decorators in Lightning Web Components, right? So I'm going to use the Lightning Web Component local development server in this whole tutorial series. So in case you are not aware of how to set up the local development server, you can check out the first tutorial of Lightning Web Components to-do list tutorial series, and I have explained it there. Okay, so let's start by creating our first component. I can just open the command palette and search for LWC, and I'll click on create lightning web component, and I'll name my component as person, and let's choose the default directory. So I have created a very simple lightning web component named as person. It is having an HTML file, a JS file, and a meta file as well, right? Okay, so let's do one thing. I want to store the name of the person, so I'm going to create a new object here. Let's name it as user. Okay, and I'm going to store the name of the user as, let's say, first name, and the name of the user is Richard, and let's store the last name as well, and the name of the user is Hendrix. Okay, and what I want to display the user first name and last name in my HTML, so I can simply go to the HTML template and I can display here like user dot first name, and I can display here like user dot last name. Okay, so here user is nothing but the JavaScript variable that I have defined here. So in case you want to refer the JavaScript variable in your HTML, you can simply use the curly braces and you can refer the JavaScript variable inside your curly brace. So I can also name it as a property. So in case you want to refer the property, you can use the curly braces. Here my property is an object which is having two further properties, first name and last name. That is why I am using a dot here. So this is the main variable dot first name, and then the, I can say, data member dot last name. Okay, so let's move on to our local development server, and I can also open the component from here, or I can just right click on my component and click on preview component locally and open the component in desktop browser. So here you can see that the first name and last name of my user is coming, which is nothing but Richard Hendricks. Okay, yeah. So the next thing that we want to do is that I want to have a button, and on click of that button I want to change the first name and last name of my user, right? So let me just add some quick HTML code so that it looks a little better, and then we'll add a button over here. So let's just add a div. I'm going to use a style tag here to give the minimum width. So width will be, let's say, 640 pixel, and inside this div I'm going to create a lightning card, and this lightning card will be having a title as user details, or I can say person details as well. So person details, and inside this lightning card I'm going to have a paragraph, and this paragraph will be having a padding around. So I can say slds hyphen p hyphen around underscore medium. So I'm going to have a medium padding around this paragraph, and inside this paragraph I can simply display my username, right? So let's save this code and let's see how our component is looking. Okay, so here we can see our person details card is looking very good, and my person name is Richard Hendricks. Okay, so now I'm going to add a new button, and that button will be a card, or I can say an action to this particular card. So like you can see, here is our outer card which has two actions, right? So this is the default card which is developed by the local development server, and here in our card we'll be having one action button as well. So let me just create a new lightning button. So lightning button, and I can say that slot is equal to actions, so that it is visible under the actions, under the action section of my lightning card, right? And I can give a label to this button. So label is, let's say, update user, and let's see first of all how our button is looking, right? Okay, so now you can see that our button is here. It is of the name update user. Let me just reset this. This is fine now. Yeah, so this is the update user. And on click of this button, I want that my name Richard Hendricks should be updated to something else, right? So what I can do, I can add an on click action to this particular button. So I can simply use the on click property, and I can bind a JavaScript method to this on click property. So whenever you are referring anything in JavaScript, you have to use the curly braces, right? So this time I'm going to bind a function, and this function name is, let's say, update user. Okay. And then I'm going to move on to my JavaScript file, and I'm going to define a new function here named as update user. And this update user function is going to update the user. So let me just check it once. Yeah, update user. It's in camel case. So I'm going to say that this dot user is equal to a new object, and this object will be having a first name as, let's say, I can say Gavin, and I can say that this is also having a last name which is nothing but Belson. Okay. So now I'm going to update my user on click of the button, and I'm specifying the first name as Gavin now and the last name as Belson. And whenever you are referring to any of the class data members, because I mean I can consider it as a class data member because I'm having a class over here, right? So whenever you are updating or referring to the class data member, you have to use this keyword over here. So that is why I have used this dot user, and I have assigned a new value to my user. Okay. Let's check out our local development server, and let's try to update this name by clicking on the button. So if I click on update user button, you can check this out that my name is automatically updated to Gavin Belson, right? Okay, so now you will say me that Rahul, this component is, or I can say this tutorial is about decorators, but we haven't used any decorator yet. So what are the different decorators that are present in LWC and how we can use that, right? Let's learn about those. There are mainly two decorators in LWC. Let me just add a comment. So yeah, so there are mainly two decorators in LWC. One is track, and another one is API, right? So track is used whenever you want to make a property of a data member reactive, okay? And API is used whenever you want to make a data member public, okay? So we'll see what is track and what is API by having a look at a demo. So let's do one thing. What I want this time, I don't want to update the whole user as I click on this button. I want that only the first name of my user should be updated, right? Let's change the requirement and let's see what happens. So I'm going to comment this code, and I'll say that whenever I'm clicking this button and this update user method is called, I want to update the first name of my user. So I can say this dot user dot first name, and the first name should be, I can say, let's say Gavin. Okay, so I just want to update the first name and the last name should remain the same, and I can say that the result should be now Gavin Hendricks, right? So let's see how it works. Okay, I'm back to my component. Let's click on the update user button, and I can see that nothing is happening this time, right? So I don't know if my function is not called or what, but nothing is happening this time. Let's verify first of all if our function is called or not. So I'm just going to add a console.log, and I'm going to add a function called, okay? And let's save this. Okay, so I'm opening my console, and on clicking of this button I can see that the function called is appearing over here. So that means my function is called whenever I'm clicking on this button, right? So this function is called but my value is not updated. Okay, so the reason that my value is not updated because I haven't used any kind of decorator over here. So as I told you that whenever you want to make a property of a data member reactive, you have to use a track decorator because I want to make the property of my data member reactive, right? So what I can do, I can just annotate it with the track operator, and as I apply track, it is automatically imported from my LWC library, and now this code should work. Okay, so let me just save this and let's try it again. Okay, so I'm going to click on update user, and here you can see my function is called and my first name is changed to Gavin, right? So what we got to know from this, we get to know that whenever I want to update the whole data member, I don't want to use, I mean, I don't need to use any kind of decorator, but in case I want to update the property of my data member or I want to update the property of my class property, I can say, in that case, I need to use a track decorator, right? Right? Because I want to make the property of a data member reactive. Okay, so without track this won't work, and with track it will work. Similarly, I can say if you have an array, let's say you have an array of users, and you want to push another element in an array. So in that case, you are not assigning a new array to this, but you are pushing an element, right? So in that case also you need to annotate this with a track decorator and then it will work. Okay. So whenever you want to make the property of a data member reactive so that it's reflected in HTML, you need to use the track decorator. Okay, so let's have a look at the API decorator now and let's see how the API decorator is working. Okay. So I'm going to create a parent component. Let's create a new Lightning Web component. Its name is, let's say, person parent. Okay, and I'm going to use the default directory, and here my component is. This person parent component is going to call my person component, and this person component will be having, I'll be passing a value to the property of this person component. So let's create one more property, or I can say one more data member, and I'm going to name it as, let's say, location. Okay, and initially the location is assigned as null or undefined, you can say, because I'm not giving any value to this. And what I want that I'm calling my person from the parent person component, and I want to say that the location of this person is nothing but, let's say, India, right? And that's it, right? So what I have done, I have created a new parent component. It is calling my person component, and I'm specifying the location with the value as India. And this location is defined in my person component, and I haven't done anything else apart from this. Okay, and I can do one thing. I can go into my HTML. I can add a br tag over here, and I can say that the location is nothing but location. Okay, so I want to display the location in my HTML, so I have added it here. Okay, so let's have a look at our component. So initially, if I'm previewing the person, I can say that the location is empty. But now I want to preview my person parent component. So let's preview this one, right? Okay, so this is something strange happening because I have called my person component inside my person parent, but I'm not getting here anything, right? So let's see what's the issue. So if I just open the console, I can see here that I'm getting an error and it's telling me that unknown public property location of element c hyphen person. This is likely a typo on the corresponding attribute location and some blah blah blah, some kind of error, right? So it is basically telling me that unknown public property. So it is telling me that the property of the person component that you are trying to access, it is not public, and that is why my parent component is not able to set the value of this particular property, right? And what we have learned that whenever you want to make a data member public or a property public, you can just annotate it by using the API decorator. So what I can do, I can just use the API decorator over here, and it will be automatically imported from my LWC library, and this will make my location property public, right? Let's go to our VS Code, sorry, local development server, and let's refresh this once. Okay, so here you can see now that in case of my parent component, I am getting the location as India, and all those errors are automatically resolved. Why? Because I have annotated my location attribute, or I can say the location data member with @API annotation, right? So this is why this API decorator is used to make any kind of property public whenever you want to access that property from a parent component, right? Okay, so we had a word about how the track property, or I can say annotation or decorator is working, and what is the use of the API decorator. We have learned about both. Okay, so if you check the child component, it will be having a location as blank, but if you check the parent component here, it is having a location as India because I am passing the location from my parent component, right? So one last thing that I want to show you in this tutorial that not only you can make the properties or the data members public by using the API decorator, you can also make the methods as public by using the API decorator, right? So let's say I have a requirement where I want to call this update user method from my parent component, right? Let me just create a new button here. So I can simply create a lightning button, and this lightning button is having a label as, let's say, update user from parent, right? And it is also having an on click attribute where I'm going to call my function, and this function will be update user, right? Okay, so this is my lightning button, and that's it. And in the JS, I am going to define a new function. So this is my parent component in which I am working, and that function name is update user. And this update user is going to call the user function from my child component. Sorry, call the update user function from my child component. So this function should call the update user function from my child component, right? So right now, if you see, I have a button update user from parent and it's doing nothing, right? So in order to make it accessible, or I can say in order to make my method accessible to the parent component, what can I do? I can simply annotate it with the @API decorator. And in my parent component method, I can simply refer to the child component, which is nothing but c hyphen person, right? So I can simply say here that this dot template dot query selector, and I can say that c hyphen person, and I want to call a method of my person which is nothing but update user, right? So I want to call the update user method of my person component, and that's it, right? So what I have done here, on click of this button which is defined in the parent component, I'm calling my update user function. This update user function is defined in the parent itself, and this update user function is using the template which is nothing but the base template, and it is finding a component which is of the name c hyphen person. So I'm finding this particular component, and after that it is calling the update user method of c hyphen person component. So if you check out the c hyphen person, which is nothing the person component, and if you check out the update user method, so this method will be called, right? So whenever I'm going to click on the button which is defined in parent, my child components method will be called, because I have updated it with the API decorator, and now this method is public, right? Let's try to update the user from parent. So as I click on this button, this name should be updated to Gavin Hendricks, right? Let's click on this button once, and here you can see my name is updated to Gavin Hendricks. So not only the properties, you can also make the methods as public by using the decorators. So this is all about the decorators, which is the track and API decorator. And I think the only thing that we need to take care about the decorators is that when you need to update the, so let's keep it as a note. So our note is when you need to update the whole data member, no decorator is required, right? Because we don't need to use track in that case. But if you need to update the property of your data member in LWC component, right? You need to use a I can say decorator, right? So in case when you want to update the property of your data member, you need to use a decorator, which is nothing but track, right? So it is track. And in case you want to make a data member public or even a member function public, so I can also say or a member function public. In that case, you can use the API decorator. So this is all about track and API decorators in LWC. I hope you like this tutorial. Let me know your feedback in the comments down below. And all the code that is used in this tutorial will be available in the GitHub repository. I'll share the link down below in the description. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.